BigSound.com. BigSound.com.
Good evening, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. I'm your host, Ross Roy, and today I have a simple question for everyone. My question is, does Donald Trump want a second stimulus payment? Does he want to give the American people a second stimulus payment? Now, this can be very controversial. I know this is more diving into politics, but it has to do with our money. And this is my point of view. This is my own perspective. This is my opinion. No, he doesn't want to give the American people a second stimulus check. Has nothing to do with type of president he is. Has nothing to do what people may think of Donald Trump. I am thinking about Donald Trump, what he is and has always been is a businessman. And anytime in business where people are not working for you, when people are not servicing you, then you're not making money. And don't forget, Donald Trump has an empire, okay? Regardless of what we know, his actual taxes or his actual net worth, most people will like to believe that Donald Trump is a billionaire. I mean, I believe he's a billionaire. I mean, that's all I know regarding if you're looking up on Forbes or any place else. Why would a businessman want to give the American people, even though he's the president, this is my opinion, $2,000 or $2,000 every month? Because we understand, if you looked at my previous video that I released a couple of minutes ago, you can actually go to whitehouse.gov and sign a petition. And unfortunately, it needs 77,000 more signatures with the verification through your email to make sure you're a real person in order for that petition to be seen by the White House. See, my thing is this: if I can get enough people the information in order to go over and sign that petition, if I can get 10 people and 10 people get 20 people and 30 people, then we might be going somewhere. But we're depending on the president, who at one point thought he had the power to tell the states when they can reopen. And the governors were like, no, that's out of your jurisdiction. We have the power when to shut down and when to open back up. Maybe with the influence of the federal government, because the federal government, like, you know what, if you don't do what we say, then we're not going to give you support when you have national disasters. Okay, you got us there. But essentially, Donald Trump's like, you know what? Hey, you guys go ahead and dictate when your state is going to open up, because he's thinking about the next election. Okay, he's thinking about the next election. So at this moment, it doesn't really matter if you are Democrat, Republican, or independent. It's about your family needs, your individual needs. So I'm giving you this information. I'm giving you my perspective, because the only way that we're going to make a movement with this bill that Tim Ryan proposed to the House early April is that we as a people show that we're behind it. Does that mean that it's actually going to get signed? Maybe not. But we need to show support. Okay, we need to show support. See, a lot of people, when you use terms referring to Donald Trump, people like to get into the politics of things. People like to get into the racial or the prejudice of things. He's building a wall, so he's racist against Mexicans and foreign nationals or immigrants, not so much Asians. One time in the town hall meeting, he said, "There goes my African American." So he's racist. I'm not here defending Donald Trump. I'm not here promoting Donald Trump. What I am telling you is Donald Trump is a businessman that has businesses. That is why at first he was against the shutdown, because it's going to cost him money. That is why he prematurely wants to reopen the government in all the states, because it's what? Causing him money, because Trump Towers, Trump hotels, Trump golf course in America and also throughout the world. So if the world is shut down, because you know what? We all know this, America. We are the leaders of the world when it comes to any and everything. We are. We're the leaders of the world. So when America tends to do stuff, other countries may follow. Okay, America, what are you doing? Sometimes America, we're not always the best, so we have to look at other countries for advice and information. Like, okay, what are you guys doing? Okay, COVID-19 is going down in Italy. Okay, wait a minute, you did this and they're spiking back up. Okay, COVID-19 is going down in Norway because you guys are going some sort of community exposure that actually helps people to fight the resistance of COVID-19. Okay, maybe we'll try something like that. But we know financially, and when it comes to innovation, inventions, and business, that America leads more so than other countries. So let's not get into the politics of who and what Donald Trump is. Let's get into the mind of the man. He's a businessman. He's a real estate tycoon. He's a billionaire. He has always been rich from day one. He has always had people to work from him and his family since day one. Okay. He is literally the kid that was born with the actual silver spoon in his mouth, not the metal ones that me and you had that say made in China. His is actually real silver. So once you get past all the rhetoric and all the politics and all the racial things, look at him for what he is. Why would he want to open up the country prematurely? Because he's a businessman. Why wouldn't he want to give out more money to people to stay at home to curb and flatten the curve rather of COVID-19? Because if people are not working, people are not moving, products are not being imported and exported at the same rate, then everybody is losing money. Let me ask you something. What type of friends you think Donald Trump has? You think he has my type of friends? You think he has your type of friends? Oh, no, Monsieur Reed. He has rich type of friends. Okay? And I'm pretty sure he has white rich friends, Asian rich friends, black rich friends, Indian rich friends, Native American rich friends, Italian rich friends, you name it. You name it. Rich people have rich friends. Now, do you think that racist rich people have black rich friends? Maybe. Because sometimes money trumps everything else. Sometimes money trumps everything else. Because we have to understand, in order to keep a certain standard of living and pizzazz and status, you got to keep that money. You got to keep that money coming in. You got to keep that money coming in. Because here's the thing. I want you guys to go over. If you look at my videos, a short video is about 2.5 minutes, and it's basically saying it's a $2,000 stimulus check update White House petition. Look at that video. And it has a link in the description. It's going to take you over to whitehouse.gov where you can sign a petition in order for the White House to just look at the bill. Because right now, I showed you in my previous videos that it's still introduced to the House. People at the White House like, this is the most Republican ran Congress and everything else. We ain't looking at that. We ain't looking at that bill. They talking about paying every American $2,000 a month and nobody working, staying at home. No, because no one's paying taxes. If people don't pay taxes, then we don't get paid up here in Congress and all the representatives and states and government. So we need people at work so we can tax them so we can get paid. You ever thought about that? $2,000 if over the age of 16, if you're single, $4,000 if you are a family, if you're married, then $500 per dependent. But now there's a clause inside of that bill that the CARES Act didn't take care of, that if you are a disabled adult and you are a college student, you still, even if you can be claimed as a dependent, you still will get that $2,000. Okay. So let me read some of your notes. Wagner says you give great financial advice. Well, thank you. J Money, 45 or something else. Indeed, you know it. What's up, Dread Mike? Exactly. Trump is thinking about re-election. Indeed, he is, sir. Jesse Peters says you would think if he wants re-election, he would give out more money. See, here's the thing. If you notice, I said I don't think he will, but that doesn't mean that he won't, because Trump does things like, he may be sitting at home watching news, eating ice cream, like, you know what? Hey, call a press meeting. I'm giving everybody $2,000. I could be totally wrong, because I think this is my opinion again. So beat me up all you want. I don't care. This is my opinion. I think he just be chilling, like he may be playing Madden, like, you know what? Hey, call a press meeting. I'm gonna give everybody $2,000. You just never know. What else? Dread Mike says it's hurting his pocket and his homie pockets. Trump came from generation wealth. Indeed, he did. Okay, Aaron Wilson, how do you as well? And Aaron Wilson said he already signed it. Stephen Gardner's in the chat room. You're the best. Thanks for your updates. Well, thank you, Stephen. See, Dread Mike says Democrats run the House, Republicans run the Senate. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Jess Peter says, right. Nolan says, what's up, Ross and people? And Aaron Wilson, but if they don't pay the regular folks, people will be homeless and lose their homes. That's exactly true. So this is a very a controversial, very volatile topic, because essentially he has the power. Believe it or not, I won't say power. That's the difference. There's a difference between authority and power. Authority he has once it goes past the House, the Senate, and then he signs it and it becomes law, because he has that authority. But he has the power of influence, right? He can say, listen, if all of us wants to keep our jobs, every now and again we might have to do some socialistic things for the American people. Because right now Republicans are saying this is socialistic, and this is the way that the Democrats can do exactly what Bernie, Elizabeth Warren, and other Democrats who was running for president to do. I beg to differ. I totally disagree. What I believe is this is relief. This is relief. Now, we're not the most taxed country in the world. Now, if you go overseas in Europe, they get taxed more than we do, but they have more benefits. They have universal health care, universal dental care, but they're being taxed 30, 40%. That is substantial. Like, that's a lot of money. So whether you are Republican, Democrat, or independent, the question to you is, let's throw politics out the window, okay? Let's throw what you think of Donald Trump out of the window. What do you need for yourself and your family? What's important for you and your family? That is the question. Because we can tend to talk, argue, call names, put mean stuff in the chat room, email, egregious things to people. But what are you doing to move the needle when it comes to the stimulus payment? And what I'm getting back at is go over to whitehouse.gov. If you look at my previous video, as I said, there's a link in the description. You don't even have to look at it. Just go to the description, click on the link, and sign up. It takes literally 10 seconds. You just got to make sure you verify the email that you put in there. That way they can make sure you are a real person. So let's talk about Tim Ryan's proposal. Now, essentially, it's going to be $2,000 a month until we get back to pre-COVID-19 levels. Okay. Basically, we know that 0.8% of the population dies from the flu every year, or the flu is the preliminary cause, where there's a secondary cause of like pneumonia and other sort of illnesses. Okay. We're trying to get back to that moment, because we understand that COVID-19, if you look at some of the numbers, is slightly over 1-point-something%, but it's not egregiously over the amount that people have died from the flu. So we have to use we have to use our intelligence with this, because when you look at the bill tried to encompass, everyone and everything. Now, this bill is getting more recognition. This bill is getting highlighted more so Then the bill I actually like, okay, is Ilhan Omar's bill of the Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Emergency Act of 2020, where none of us, from starting back from April, don't have to pay rent or mortgage until pre-COVID-19 levels return, okay, or subside to that amount, or the curve or the graph flattens, as all those people say. So we're paying more attention to the money, right? So you get your $2,000. Let's case in point. Let's break this down. You get the $2,000 and you have a house. Let's just say, for instance, you have a house and your mortgage is $1,500, $1,700. Let's go with $1,800. That's always a happy medium for most people. You're paying $1,800 for your mortgage, which may include your HOA, which also may include your home insurance. Wait a minute. If you live by yourself, then you're already $1,800. Then you'll have $200 left. Okay, granted. You're married with kids, so you get $5,500. $5,500. That's how much you get. That's your $4,000, and that's your 3 kids. Okay, that's your 3 dependents. No matter if the kids or disabled, whatever. You get your $5,500. Please tell me that $5,500 can sustain your way of living. Every bill, it's the sewer, the garbage, the gas, the electric. What else you got? You have your food, water, everything. Is $5,500 going to cover all your bills? Now, what if somebody gets sick and can't go to work? That is what that $5,500 is for. But what if you didn't have to pay? What if both of these got passed? Which I know both of these ain't gonna get passed, because I'm telling you right now, if both of these get passed, your boy's creeping on the come up. I'm telling you, because if I don't have to pay rent or mortgage and I'm getting $2,000, let me tell you, I'm getting rims. No, I'm not getting rims. I always say that. No, I'm not getting rims. I'm definitely going to invest the money, Ross World. I'm definitely going to invest the money. Financial literacy is knowing what to do with the money you have, no matter the amount. Think about the name of this channel, financial literacy, meaning you have some knowledge about money. You have some understanding about money. You take some money, you put it somewhere, and literally like a tree, it grows. All right, let's read your notes. It said, if he doesn't do, everyone can turn against him, Trump, and protest and march to White House. Okay, that's kind of aggressive. Nolan, Dre Mike says, okay, Nolan said, Aaron, I can't believe Trump valet guy got COVID-19. Why Trump doesn't wear a mask? Okay, Jamal Thomas says, student loans paid off. Good. Victor Ramirez says, hi, Ross World. In your opinion, would this be a good time or bad time for someone to go back for a graduate degree? Sure. Education is always good. Not the topic at hand, but nonetheless, I answered it to the best of my ability. Aaron says, too bad they can't do a combo of $2,000, no rent and no mortgage. It's not that they can't do it. I believe they won't do it. This is my personal opinion. Mike says, I got my stimulus check and I didn't apply for it because I trade for a living and I filed 1099s and reported my 2018 stocks and bonds. Oh, you didn't need the stimulus check? Well, I'm pretty sure there's some people in the chat who didn't get their stimulus check. Mike, why don't you go ahead and just donate it to them? See what he does, guys. Let's see what he does. I put him on blast. Aaron Wilson, yes, it can. Aaron Wilson said you're going to be balling, Raws. No bills, you can save as much money as you can. So here's the thing. Again, I want to really point out this has nothing to do with what you think about Donald Trump. Whether you want to bash him, talk bad about him or nothing. It doesn't matter. This topic has nothing to do with what political party you subscribe to, Democrat, Republican, Independent. It doesn't matter. Me, if you know me, I don't subscribe to any political party. I used to. I went from Democrat when I realized that Democrats didn't do nothing for me. I went to Independent, and I'm just Independent because I pick and choose, but Independent actually be having candidates, but I never vote for them, so I'm not independent. I am nothing, okay? I pick and choose who I vote for based upon my life at that time, based upon my family life at the time. You can get so soaked up because you subscribe to a certain political party. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to step away from politics. And when people are running for office, it doesn't matter if it's the Senate, it doesn't matter if it's your congressman, it doesn't matter if you're governor, your alderman, your councilman, it doesn't matter. Don't subscribe to any political party. What you do is you take 3 to 4 steps back and you say, what is this person offering? What is this person offering? What is this person offering? All those things that they're offering, they're promising to do, which one fits my family the most? That is the thing. Because some of you up and coming entrepreneurs or some of you entrepreneurs out there might want to vote Republican. And you like, the Democrats always try to do what? They always try to self-serve the minorities, right? And unfortunately, the minorities in this country are African American, are Native American, are Hispanic American, so on and so forth. But when you look around the world, people of color are the majority. So when you're looking at these political parties trying to pick out who to choose, and you automatically say, I don't want to vote for Donald Trump because he's X, Y, and Z. What if Donald Trump, well, I can't really say that either because he lies a lot. I'm not trying to bash the guy, but we all know there's no secrets. But he proposes bills that he's going to pass that is going to help your business, like small business loans, small business grant, small business tax cuts. If you have a small business and you're trying to get it off the ground, would you vote for Democrats that may raise your taxes for you and make you give your employees health care when your employees don't want health care? See, this is very controversial. That's why I tell you, don't put yourself in a political party, because you're going to be like a Tampa Bay fan. I want you to think about it. You're going to be like a Tampa Bay fan. We all know that Tom Brady is going to Tampa Bay. Now, all of a sudden, you're a fan. Right? Like, Tom Brady's going to Tampa Bay. They got good defense. They got good running back. You know what? Oh, no, man, I always like Tampa Bay. I've been a Tampa Bay fan since '89. You get what I'm trying to say? That is kind of the way that you really need to approach politics. You need to sit back and wait and be like, oh, okay, well, he's going to pass that bill? Okay, wow. He's going to do that? Okay, cool. That really helps out my business. But see, we get wrapped up into the politics of stuff when one political party says, well, we're going to get universal this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. Because some people are like, well, some of your views, talking about myself, some of your views are Republican, and some of your views are Democrat. And I'm just like, none of my views are political. All of my views are about me. This is about me. Your vote is about you. Your vote is about your family. How many people you know that are married, live in the same household, in love with each other, but one is a Democrat, one is Republican, or vice versa, and somebody's an independent, and they vote like that? Because when you can't vote as a family, then vote as an individual. Because some people say, well, my individual vote doesn't count. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Let me tell you something. Regardless of your ethnic, I'm going to reach out to black people real quick. Black people. Why do you think they're always trying to get our vote? Because it counts. A lot of my friends are like, nah, man, I ain't voting. Forget all that, man. I ain't voting. Because they think their vote don't count. Your vote does count. Okay, your vote does. I'm just saying, don't be blinded. Don't be overwhelmed. Don't be consumed in politics. You're not a politician, so don't be consumed about it. But know what they're saying. Be aware. Be informed. Make a educated decision. Because guess what? If you don't go out and vote, and then you start to bash the current president because he won a second term, then you know what? Be like one of those cartoons where they bash somebody in the head and they see stars, because that's what's going to happen. Because if you start running your mouth, and I know you, and then I'm going to say, well, what did you do? You didn't put nothing in on the vote. You didn't go and do anything. So you have to be intelligent, guys. You have to be smart. I'm going to read some of your notes and I'm going to get out of here. Jay Money says, no party for me. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see here. What else did we got? Dre Mike says, that's what I did. 1,000 went to my savings and 100 went to Robinhood and 100 went to Stash. Okay. I have a Cash App link in the description, Dre Mike, and $100 can go to Ross World. No, no, I'm not. But anyway, let's see here. See, Dre Mike says, put IRS on blast. I didn't make the law. Blah, blah. Says, J. Mark Thomas says, non-affiliated party who's going to benefit me and my family. Thank you. All right. So when we talk about the IRS, and I'm going to leave it like this, ladies and gentlemen, who runs the IRS? The federal government. Who runs the federal government? Congressmen, senators, the president. And if you can throw in a sprinkle in a little Supreme Court in there. Okay, so essentially, you can't really beat up the IRS. I'm going to tell you something. The IRS, just knowing about business and money, I know they're overwhelmed. They are overwhelmed, right? The easiest thing for them to do, people who filed their 2018 and 2019 tax return, who had direct deposit, that was the easiest thing for them to do, was to give them money quickly. They gave them money quickly, okay? There's still millions of Americans that are waiting for their stimulus check. I know people personally that did not receive their stimulus check. The question is, you're like, well, Ross, did you receive your stimulus check? I did. I did receive my stimulus check. And I thought it was going to be decreased because of the amount of money, because I file all my taxes. I don't cheat, because you never know. I might be president one day. I will never be president because it's just too much. But anyway, I already got no hair, so that won't be a problem. But I know a lot of people who had not got their stimulus checks. So again, don't want to ramble. Do I believe that Donald Trump will give a second, or does he want to give us a second stimulus payment, let alone payments every month? My answer is no, he does not. And it's not because he's a Republican. It's not because he hates Democrats, because if anybody know anything about Donald Trump, he started off as a Democrat and he was like, wait a minute. You guys got limousines? Because I was driving. I'm going to go to the limousine. You know what I'm trying to say? So he went with that political party and won. So I just think that because he's a businessman and people are not working, that means him and his rich buddies are not getting paid. He wants people back to work to service them. Okay? He got rich friends, man. And that's where you got to look at this thing, in my opinion. So you guys can go bash Donald Trump all you want. I'm not. I know what he is, and I know what he came from. He came from money. He knows money. He's a businessman. So he wants people at work so they can get taxed, so him and his rich buddies can get paid. Simple as that. So if you have any other comments, please leave them in the comment section. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I see somebody gave it a thumbs down. Probably was a Trump supporter. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't matter, guys. But subscribe, like, and I'll give you more updates and information and my perspective on things that, guess what, might just tickle your feathers or make you upset. This Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. And don't forget, go to whitehouse.gov and sign up for the petition. The link to that is in my previous video. Go watch. It's only 2.5 minutes. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.